Hello friends, welcome back to Belle's Bookland. I'm Heather, and today we are going to kind of do Belle's Bookland, but I definitely think I said welcome back to Belle's Bookland. Did I? Belle's Library is what I meant. Anyways, usually each month I build my TBR with Belle's Bookland, but this month it is being taken over by Bookopoly. I'm going to be playing Becca's Bookopoly for Bookoplathon for the month of September instead of my usual TBR game. I'm very excited about it. I did this last year, although I did both TBR games. I am not feeling quite that adventurous this month, but we're going to go ahead and do the rolls and see how the game goes for us, and it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time, guys. So, before we jump into the first roll, I would love for you guys to, one, if you have not watched Becca's announcement video with all the rules and how this game works, check it out down below. I will make sure it's linked, and check out her channel. She is wonderful. She does this TBR game, and it is so much fun, and I love watching her other videos. She reads a lot of fantasy and a little bit of sci-fi, and she's been getting really into fantasy romance and a little bit more contemporary romances recently as well. So definitely go check out her channel. She does some really fun and unique stuff. And also would love for you guys to subscribe down below to my channel if you haven't already. It's just that red button right down there. I also have my Instagram, my Goodreads, and my story graph down there for you guys. We can talk bookish on multiple areas here. All right, so let's see what Bookopoly has for us this month. Okay guys, so we are going to start the rolls. I've got little chip on go here. I only have one 6-sided dice, so we'll just roll it twice. So, got a 1 and a 3, so we're going to go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first prompt is a TBR vet. So the first thing we rolled was a TBR vet. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and throw in Clockwork Prince. This one's by Cassie Clare. It's part of the Infernal Devices series. So this year I joined in on reading a buddy read-along every other month of the Shadowhunters Chronicles. I could not think of the name for a second there. And I've been reading these ones in some of the off months that kind of like also conjoin with that whole thing. Hi, Miss Mel. Hi, Miss Mel. So basically for this month, I'm planning on reading this one. And this one I've had on my shelves, like the whole series for like forever. And so this year I was like, we're reading these. We're going to get in on this buddy read. I will link information about that down below. It's with the Bookstar group. So we are, a decent chunk into the buddy read. But if you wanted to kind of catch up, you could. But this one is following, basically this whole world is following these shadow hunters that basically are like the lawmakers of the supernatural world. There's werewolves and vampires and demons, and they kind of keep everybody in check, or at least that's what they're supposed to do. And so you're following like a group of them, and this one is kind of set farther back in time, and we're in like London, and then the other ones are set in New York City, the other series, and it's modern days. So that's gonna be my first pick. All right, moving on to roll number 2. First, we've got another 3 and a 3. Okay, so we got some doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna be doing dice roll roulette, and we'll have to do 6 rolls now. So dice roll roulette. I unfortunately did not look this up before I kept kind of going around the board here. So I'm going to pop in a clip of me rolling dice to get the proper numbers so I can get certain page numbers, but I have to find a book within that amount of page numbers. Okay guys, we have to do a quick roll for dice roll roulette. We're rolling twice. So we have a 6 and a 1, so that's 7. So rolled a 7, and so that is between 325 pages and 374 pages. And I have the perfect book that's right in the middle at 340 pages, and that is The Last by Hannah Jameson. My general understanding of this is we're at, I think, like an old hotel, and the entire world like basically goes dark. it's kind of apocalyptic-ish, but we're stuck with like these 20 people out at this hotel and somebody starts murdering people. And so we're following kind of a murder mystery at this hotel as well as the world just kind of totally fizzling out on you. So kind of an interesting mix of the two. I'm kind of curious as to how that's all going to work out, and how much, I don't know, like how are you having both these stories in one thing? Is it going to work out? I don't know. But that's what we're putting in for this one. All right, let's see what's next. We got a 2 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. A fave trope. So our next roll, we got fave trope, and one of my favorite tropes of all time is Grump Sunshine. So I'm gonna go ahead and be reading It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey for this one. I am really excited to get into this one. The main character, I think her name was Piper, she is based off of one of the Schitt's Creek characters, and I love that show, and yeah, it's gonna be really, really wonderful. So we're following this girl who basically like grows up rich, and then her family basically like cuts her off for money and puts her in this little small town, and then she meets one of the small town boys, and you know, just a cute little romance between the two of them. So that'll be fun. And roll number 4 is, so we got a 4 and a 5, so we're gonna go 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, autumn. All right, well, if we're gonna get one of the seasons, I want it to be autumn. I'm way ready for fall. I bought some pumpkin spice creamer the other day for my coffee. I'm just ready for all the leaves to start changing and all of the fun fall stuff to be happening. But a book that kind of reminds me of autumn and makes me feel like we're getting into fall vibes is going to be The Dead in the Dark by Christina Gould, is it? I think that's it. So in this one, my general knowledge is we have, I think these kids, they like come back to town and they're like ghost hunters, and then like some weird disappearances and ghostly things start happening, and people think it's because these people came back to town. And I think there's like, they run like a TV show ghost hunting thing. And I think that's kind of part of it. So that is going to be my pick this one. And so this should be our last roll, but you know, we got doubles. So we got a 1 and a 1. Of course we got more doubles too. So Feet a Mystery. Alright, so this should be our last roll, but of course it's not because we got some doubles. But we're going to be doing a book that has a mystery in it, and for this one I am doing kind of a classic. I'm going to be trying out an Agatha Christie book, Murder on the Orient Express. I'm pretty sure I read one of her books like a long time ago, and it wasn't totally my favorite, but I think I found the writing to be a little rough, so I'm hoping for me, like, I will be a little more advanced from when I was reading it before, and I can kind of catch on to things a little better and hopefully enjoy it. My general knowledge is there's a murder on this train, and then like we're trying to figure out who it is, but I can't really remember much more outside of that, and that's okay because mysteries can kind of be a mystery until you get into them, and I think that sometimes is better. So let's go ahead and go into our first extra roll from doubles, and roll 6. We got a 2 and a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Third person. So we got third person perspective, and for this one, I'm going to be doing the Soulmate Equation by Christina Henry. And this one is basically like, there's this app that's supposed to connect people, and it's like super correct with connecting people and for love, basically. And the owner-creator of this app happens to get this woman who really doesn't believe in it and is very skeptical, but she really needs some money and is having some hard times, and he offers to fake date and basically like for publicity, and she will get paid because it's publicity, and so it's kind of like a job for her. And so it's kind of their romance. And I've heard kind of mixed things about this one, to be honest. Some people really love it, some people don't, but I'm going to see how this one goes for me. So far my track record with Christina Lauren has been really good, so I'm hoping that continues. Okay, roll 7 is going to be the last of it. We've got a 4 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Most recent purchase. And the last roll we got was most recent purchase. I haven't really been doing a ton of purchases lately with books, but I did recently get The Devil in the Dark Water, and this one's by Stuart Turton, and it's one I've been wanting to read for quite a while, and I just think it's a really pretty book. But we're following, I think there's like this prisoner they're taking across on this big boat, and from, I don't know, across the ocean for some reason. I don't remember, and I could be wrong. But then I think a murder happens, so you're trying to like do this murder mystery thing on the boat, and then also like other more almost supernatural things I think start happening. And so I don't know if it's gonna be supernatural or if things are gonna be more logically based, and it just seems that way. I'm excited to find out. Obviously, I don't know a ton about the synopsis here. I know I've read it a few times, but I just can never quite get it. So hopefully after reading it, I will. I will say there's a really cool diagram of a ship inside, which is awesome. So that will be the 7th and last book on my Bookopoly TBR for the month. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you will stick around and subscribe, and let me know if you guys are playing Bookopoly. Put some dice down below if you made it this far. I would love to hear, though, what you guys are reading for the month of September, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!